If you're a business owner, you don't need us to tell you running a business is tough. Don't let QuickBooks and spreadsheets slow you down anymore. Now is the time to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle, the world's #1 cloud business system. NetSuite gives you the visibility and control over your financials, HR, inventory, e-commerce, and more. Join the over 21,000 companies using NetSuite right now. Schedule your free product tour right now at netsuite.com/C-suite. netsuite.com/C-suite.
Welcome to the Superhero Homies podcast. My name is Quentin, and as always, I'm here with the homie Kevin.
Good evening, guys. Hopefully everyone's had another good week or something close to that. Yeah. Random thought. I just realized the drum beat to our intro music is like the simplest drum beat in the world. Do you ever listen to it?
I mean,
it's like the drum is just like a little snare, like ding, 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 ding. It's like you're just doing it with one hand. Anyways, yep. How you guys been doing? Hopefully it's been super awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
Indeed.
yeah.
Yeah, I've already asked you how your week's been.
I mean, it's been a week.
Good. So, awesome, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't die. Still here.
Check.
No, yeah. That's like my weekly objective. Don't die.
That's like top of the chart, isn't it? Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. I'm glad you keep succeeding.
Yeah, it's like it goes like brush my teeth every day. Remember to change underwear from time to time, and don't die. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
If I can accomplish those three things, then I'm good.
Then everything else just kind of falls into place.
Everything else falls into place. Yeah.
I like it.
Oh yeah, guys! Welcome back to another edition here of Superhero Homies. Tonight we do have a fun topic lined up.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this.
Yeah. So here's the thing about tonight's topic, guys. Is that we're gonna need you guys to put on your big boy panties for this edition, okay? Because there may be some heroes that you like that we may shit on. You should be used to this. I mean,
I know, right?
If you're a long time listener, and by long time I mean 6 months.
Exactly.
How long we've been operating.
So you guys know that by now we will rave and talk great about things that deserve it, and we will mention how much we love it, why we love it so much, why we think it's quality, and at the same time, you also know we are not afraid to rip and tear bandages off, to devour and destroy characters or plot holes or bad dadgum mistakes that people have made about our passionate subjects, you know? Tonight is actually just going to be a giant what the crap session on some of these heroes and names we're going to drop.
Right.
Indeed.
We're covering the moist. Well, not moist. That would be. That would just make things creepy. No,
that's going to be the After Dark episode.
The most useless superheroes of all time, and there's quite a few.
Exactly. Yeah, research for this was stupid easy. Yeah.
There's a lot of those guys out there, but of course, before we get into that, we got to get into some comic news.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So first up. Cosmic Ghost Rider is actually getting his own series. And of course, people were really ranting and raving about Cosmic Ghost Rider when they saw him in the latest Thanos comic book run that's being released weekly or monthly, I should say. People have been wondering for a long time about his identity, and that was finally revealed in one of the latest issues that it was actually Frank Castle. And then people were also wondering how the hell did he become Cosmic Ghost Rider? And then it was, of course, revealed that during Earth's final stand against Thanos, Thanos has apparently just been growing in power just constantly.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. He comes back down to Earth, and of course his Avengers, and it's everybody basically trying to stop the Mad Titan. He literally rips Iron Man in half. I remember thinking that was gruesome and awesome. Poor Iron Man.
I don't have a can opener. Oh well.
Yeah. And he literally just demolishes and runs through everybody. And Frank Castle, beaten and bloody on the ground, with his dying breath, says something along the lines of, "I wish I could kill this purple bastard," or something like that. And of course, none other than Mephisto heard that and was like, "Oh, is that so? Well, how about make the vengeance, the spirit of vengeance?" And so he gifted Frank Castle with that same spirit, and that became Ghost Rider Punisher, which makes a little bit of sense. I can buy that.
Ghost Punisher.
Yep. However, when this was done, everybody was dead. So, literally everybody was dead. Thanos has gone on to go conquer another planet. So there was literally no one else on Earth for so many years. Frank Castle went crazy, which is why Cosmic Ghost Rider has almost a Deadpool-like sense of being or self. Kind of weird. Galactus comes along. Galactus comes to Earth because he thinks that the Avengers are still alive. He is wrong. And the only person he can find there is...
I guess they were on vacation. They're not here.
Yeah. The only person left he can find is crazy Frank Castle, Ghost Rider. And he's like, well, shit. And so it's kind of a weird relationship, but the two kind of go off together, and eventually Galactus makes Ghost Rider his herald, and
cool.
Yeah, and so not only does he have the spirit of vengeance, but now he has the power cosmic, hence Cosmic Ghost Rider, and they
Cosmic
do all this
Ghost Punisher.
do all this training and preparation to fight Thanos, and Thanos one shots Galactus, and takes Ghost Rider to be to work for him, essentially. It's very. I gotta give them this. It's very unique, a very unique take on this whole deal that they're doing here. But yeah, so that's the deal so far with Cosmic Ghost Rider. Now, as far as what his own series is gonna pertain to, I don't know. This may be one of those things where he works best as a supporting character in another series. I don't know how well he's gonna work as his own in his own standalone series. So we'll see on that one. Yeah,
I theorize that he's gonna end up being a watcher as well. He's just gonna take on so many extra mantles. He's already a cosmic being, Ghost Rider, who is also a Punisher, and now he's just gonna be finding random people taking on mantles. I also bestow this upon you, thus augmenting you further. And then he's just gonna be a watcher eventually. It's well, Frank, you've had a strange ass life, my friend.
Yep.
The end. What's up? What's next?
Next is Stan Lee calls the police after $1.4 million goes missing.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah. So, we're not really sure where or who took it. Chances are it's probably people who work for Stan,
Yeah. Embezzling.
Yeah, embezzling. Yeah, that's probably got to be it. But yeah, 1.4 million of this man's money is gone. And there's a lot of people out there who are, feel bad for the poor guy. I'm one of them. It sucks to have that much of your money just go missing.
True.
There's a lot of people out there who, it's not funny, but there's a lot of people out there who are like, that's what you get for fucking over Jack Kirby and all those other people.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, shit.
I know, right? Dang.
Maybe, but damn, But that's a little bit of more unfortunate news for Stan Lee,
right. Plus, I want them to find who did it so he can get, his money back and whatnot,
right.
Sure. But he's far from broke. He is. Yeah. Let's not forget that too.
Right.
I'm not justifying the thievery because hell no, but still, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this 1.4 million is going to cause him to go broke.
Exactly. Yeah. Nah. After all the stuff he's doing right now, nah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Silver Surfer movie reportedly in the works at Fox. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you gave me a weird look.
I'm not gonna put too much hope in that basket yet. I'm just gonna sit here and be like, nod my head. Okay. Just make my okay face and shrug and wait for some more decent proof that this is actually going to be something I want to see, or a disaster, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, hey,
Either way, that's still exciting news nonetheless. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Who played Silver Surfer the first time? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Who? Let me look that up.
Yeah,
I'm curious. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure who played him in the Fantastic Four sequel. But I mean, there's not a whole lot of information released on this particular project yet, but who knows?
I'm not the first to type this question out. I just start typing who played the and then before I can say Silver, it's like who played the Silver Surfer, blah blah blah. Lawrence Fishburne was the voice, and Doug Jones was the actor.
I was like, Lawrence Fishburne did. It's like Lawrence was like he did not play Silver Surfer.
I know, right? Like that's obviously a different body form. It's like what? But that's why I had to read it the way I did.
Okay,
Lawrence Fishburne was the voice, and then Doug Jones. So yes to both Doug and Lawrence guys. Okay.
Yeah. But so it's kind of funny because last Sunday we spoke about all these projects that Fox are doing and why Fox is still cranking out these movies, putting them into production and whatnot. And hey, they're still going at it.
Yeah,
shit. And that actually leads right into the next piece of comic news. The X-Force movie reportedly begins filming in October.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Oh, yeah. So let me get this straight. You have to see more in the Silver Surfer movie, but you're glad.
Shit, you're right. I just thought about that too. Like, oh, that's so hypocritical of me. I'm an evil bastard. Oh, wait. No, what's the line? Oh, give me a second. I'm about to be poetic. I'm a hypocrite. Oh, shit, give me a second. I gotta remember the wording of it. It was Walt Whitman. Give me a minute.
Oh, you're going deep then.
I know, right? For I'm a hypocrite. All right, therefore I'm a hypocrite. I am large. I contain multitudes. Exactly. There it is. Yep. Yes. Now, does that absolve the issue here? Not really. No. I'm a big fan of the X-Force. I really like it. So hearing that they're attempting a movie excites me. But you're still right. I am also at the same time still preoccupied thinking, well, this could also be a shit show too, Kevin. Come on. Just because it has the X-Force name on it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Could be.
So we'll see. We'll see. You're right. Thank you for calling that out, though. That deserved it.
Yeah, it's also interesting to see, or to find out what version of the X-Force they're going to be using. I think they're probably going to rely heavily on Deadpool and Cable, and also Domino. Those three are going to be in the Deadpool sequel coming out this May.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's three members right there. They could use Warpath. He was in Days of Future Past. Could use Bishop. He was also in Days of Future Past. Even though I don't think that he was ever technically a member of the X-Force, more like a thorn in their side, if anything. But, yeah, so we'll see. Who knows? But, I mean, damn, that could be real good. And of course, if they stick with their rated R, rating, then, I mean, that could definitely give them free range to kind of do whatever they want to do. I really want to see who's writing this, who's involved with this project. But I mean, shit, if they're filming in October, then they've hit the gas pedal.
Michael Bay.
And then that kind of leads right into the next piece of comic news, which is kind of funny because I write these things down as I find them, and then so it's kind of funny because I find out that they're
not coincidental, but
right.
They are.
Yeah, I find out that they're doing a Silver Surfer movie, so I put that down. Then I find out that they're doing an X-Force movie, and I put that down with the source. And then the next thing that I find out throughout the week is Fox is planning 3 X-Men movies a year for 2019 and 2020. So that leaves more credence to the fact that these movies most likely are happening.
So whenever the article read X-Men movies, was that defined as? Are we literally getting X-Men the first 3 and then X-Men 6 through, 4, 5, and 6, and then all of a sudden 7, 8, 9? I mean, are we literally going to have 9 chapters of X-Men, or are they all just going to be different X-Men related movies? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Right.
I was wondering, well, shit, these guys are gonna be busy.
Like the Kitty Pryde movie,
right?
The X-Force, Silver Surfer. Okay. Who knows? Maybe they'll throw another Deadpool in there. Who knows? But yeah,
if they do Silver Surfer, and hopefully they do it well, I would want for them to. I don't know. I'm hesitant to even say this idea, but I would want them to take a crack with the best people and the best writers and people who actually know what they're talking about and try to redo a good Doctor Doom. You know,
I don't think you introduced Doom. I think you leave him out of this one.
Oh no, not for Silver Surfer. No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about one of these separate 9 movies. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as
okay.
like a different movie, like I don't know, 7 or 8 or 6,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. But he
Yeah.
deserves some better on-screen cred.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, cause
At least
he's-
another attempt.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Doctor Doom, he's never come off great in the movies. I mean, the first 2, he seems great in comparison to the latest Fantastic Four movie. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a shitstorm right there.
Yeah.
Next up, continuing our trend of Fox movies, New Mutants undergoes massive reshoots because they're reportedly adding a new member to the movie. Yeah, so they're adding a new character, or not a new member, a new character to the
I
movie.
wonder which character and from which legal backgrounds, quote unquote, this character is coming from. In other words, is this a character that they just received the property rights for? You know?
I don't understand.
Well, I mean, the big deal just happened recently, so it's like, oh wait, now we can maybe use this other character idea.
From Disney, you think?
Yeah.
No, because I mean,
You
the
don't
deal
think so?
hasn't finalized yet, so no.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's why they're still cranking out 6 movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I did find it just weird that, and also interesting and a little funny that they're this late in the game not doing so many reshoots that they're adding another character to the movie. I mean, that's a lot of reshoots.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big change.
That's
you
a
know?
huge change.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. That feels like a really rough and just sudden thing to do. That it kind of makes me a little worried for the movie and the quality that it's going to become.
Yeah.
But I'm really hopeful too. Like
Right.
let's. I just
Yeah.
don't want bad movies.
Right. Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, though, like if you follow the trends of movies that have undergone massive reshoots, it's not very good.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
But hey, I mean, some movies have survived that and then done really well.
Yeah.
But not most.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, and then I'm curious as to which character it is being
Right,
added in.
yeah.
Because I do want to see if they're brave enough to test the waters with a new property character, someone that did come from another company. I would like to see that. I really would. Even
Yeah.
if the deal is not finalized.
Because legally they can't use
I
one
mean,
from
I
Disney.
don't know. I really don't know enough about New Mutants either to debate
Yeah,
that. I
yeah.
don't know. I'm just saying more hopes and desires over here.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Who knows?
Any other news?
Yeah. So we talked about this a little bit yesterday about James Gunn revealing that Baby Groot is Groot's son.
Oh, dadgummit.
Yeah, leading to the realization that actual Groot is dead. I don't know what led James Gunn to do this, to go down this route, but it's a weird thing to do.
See, I read it Friday. I heard it last night when we were all hanging out.
Right.
And then, I don't know, it makes me kind of sigh, shake my head, and roll my eyes a little bit all at once, because it's like, why?
Yeah.
You could have just continued to let us believe and trust that was Groot in the Marvel movie universe, but now you're just like really throwing a huge wrench into the idea of what Groot was.
Yeah, you really are.
I mean, whatever. Screw me.
Yeah. It's just one of those things that it's like, you didn't have to. It didn't have to be that way.
Right, yeah.
Whose decision was this to think that this was the best choice?
Yeah. And I mean, logistically speaking, what does it actually change?
I mean, from my perspective, because I thought about it like this: if I'm Rocket, that means that my best friend is dead, and now I'm raising his son.
That is actually a great and very observant point. Shit, dude. Wow. I mean, originally, I thought it was just going to be like, okay, whatever. That's
Right.
like more like one of those random exclamation points that pops up at the commentary edition you're watching and says, "Did you know this isn't Groot? He's dead." But that is a very fair point. All of a sudden, Rocket is like the the horrible uncle father type now,
Right.
and it's just like you're a horrible uncle father type.
Uncle Father sounds like something that shouldn't happen, but maybe does happen in the South.
Or Game of Thrones.
Or Game of Thrones. Also true.
Also, yes.
Yep. Next up, and of course, like, if you guys have listened to this podcast, then I'm sure you've heard this tidbit of news, but of course, Infinity War has been moved up from May 4th to April 27th.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moved it up a week.
I know, right?
What do you think the reason was behind that?
I have no idea. I don't know. I have an idea for the reasoning.
Maybe
But-
with Deadpool being
Yeah.
moved so close to them,
Yeah.
they were like, let's kind of give ourselves another week's
Yeah.
distance.
Their announcement way was clever. I don't know if that's how it actually happened, though.
Right.
Did you read that, the Twitter exchange between Robert Downey Jr. and Marvel?
No.
It was, I can't remember it word for word, so don't quote me verbatim bullshit because I don't know it. But it was essentially, hey, Marvel, can you guys do me a favor? Oh, what's up, Robert Downey Jr., RDJ? What can we help you with? Hey, me and my friends want to watch the movie a little early. Can we get that done for us? Marvel over here responds, you and your friends, with like a picture and arrows made pointing to like all the other heroes in the background of like a shot with him and the Avengers. And he's like, no, I mean the world. And then they're just like, yeah, no problem. Anything for you, RDJ. And then they said, how's this day work? April 27th. And it's like, yeah, that's perfect. We'll do that. And then that was like the announcement. But I don't know. That feels really staged to me.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
that came off as like, yeah, that's
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's super fun and clever and cool
It's
and
a fun thing
well
to do.
done.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's definitely staged.
yeah.
I mean, Robert Downey Jr., as cool as he is, does not have that kind of power.
If he did, then it'd be like, dude, why accept short change, man? Put it up to next week. Come on, bro.
Yeah. Last up for comic news, Jennifer Lawrence, she took a it was I guess a lie detector test. She did it just like a kind of like a spoof thing for Vanity Fair for a new movie, Red Sparrow.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like a spy type deal, and so
Yeah.
they did like a fun thing where they gave her a polygraph test and just kind of asking her fun questions and whatnot. And of course, the X-Men came up with her being so involved with the X-Men movies.
Oh, dear.
And Jennifer Lawrence, come to find out, she cannot name 5 X-Men. Yeah. Yeah, this, what is it? This November when Dark Phoenix comes out, this is going to be her 4th time playing Mystique, and she cannot name 5 X-Men. Holy shit. Okay, you okay, buddy?
I'm done, bruh. I can't do this. I had such a huge J-Law crush, but now it's like, you're breaking my heart over here, woman. You were literally in the movies. I can't, man. Just... Damn. How do you go that far and not know shit? Wait, which one? How do they word the question? I'm not trying to defend her. I'm just curious. Like, how did that come up? Like what happened there? Like, hey, did you like the X-Men? Oh, I can't name 5 of them.
Well, no, because it was in the form of questions. Actually,
Right.
I have the link here. I may post it later on, but
Yeah.
it was no.
We're gonna slander her.
Yeah, but it'd just be a post of us hating on Jennifer Lawrence.
And which I don't
But
want to
no.
hate on her, but it
No.
is like okay, you should be shameful right now. You should be
Right.
full of some shame.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and then there's also the fact that, I mean, come on, guys. Like, I haven't said anything really on the air about it, but I've had my own qualms about her as Mystique, or really about Mystique in these movies. And then on top of that, she really doesn't want the part anyway. She was
Yeah,
people
I've
were
heard
surprised
that
that
before.
she came back for this one. Fox just kind of threw that money at her,
That's true. Fox's
Yeah.
money is hard to ignore.
Yeah.
And that's not Michael J. Fox money. That's actual Fox money.
Yeah.
Poor joke missed. Anyways.
Yeah. But, so I was just thinking, like, I don't really know, I mean, to me, it just comes off as like this is not close to heart for her. You know
what actually is the most heartbreaking thing about that?
What's that?
So obviously someone that we talk greatly about here on the air is Hugh Jackman. You know? I remember on air, on some episode in the past, we talked about how in the first X-Men movie, the director specifically told them, hey,
to not read comics.
Exactly. And he's the one who said, man, screw that, and went off and read the comics. He was that attached to the role. He was that dedicated. And hearing this now is like the entire opposite. Like you are literally the antigen. You are the freaking the enemy to the heroic idea of being a hero in a movie.
Yeah, you're kind of right. This really is like the antithesis to that whole situation.
Is.
Yeah.
Yes.
The director was like, Jennifer, please read these comics. And she was like, no, dog.
Nah, I can't do that, man. I'm too busy reading Hunger Games.
Right.
Screw me.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still mad attractive to me, but it's like, come on, man.
You got to do better than that now.
I know, right?
You need to step it up some. You can't name your teammates in the movies. That's all you got to do.
You know what this makes me want to do? This makes me want to make all the actors play the same lie detecting test, to also take the polygraph. You know, like Scarlett Johansson, do you know shit? Do you know some shit? How about you over here, freaking Don Cheadle? You gotta know some shit too, man, okay? Robert! Call them all out.
Oh, yeah. Except you expect, I think it's only fair to call out the lead, seeing that Mystique has been a lead in these X-Men movies.
Okay. Well, I also want Scarlett Johansson to take the test.
Oh, yeah. I think she passed.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
She seems like the type that would, you know?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Anyways,
guys, that's it for comic news.
Now I'm upset. All right, what's up?
Let's move on to the comic question of the
question.
week. Oh yeah. Okay,
As
so
a lamb to the slaughter. Actually, I don't even know what grade of question we have this week. So what grade of question do I have?
This is a multiple choice question.
Okay.
And I mean, I doubt that I'll have to read all, the choices.
You know, ironically, I'm pretty sure you said the exact same thing last Sunday. How did that end for me? I'm sorry, but let's continue.
All right.
I'm glad you're confident again.
Yes.
Let's see what happens.
All right.
Okay.
So the question is as follows. Which Robin does Joker hate the most? Is it A, Dick Grayson, B, Jason Todd, C, Tim Drake, or D, Damian Wayne?
Which one does he hate the most?
Yeah, the most. Because he obviously hates all of them. But which one does he hate the most?
Nightwing.
Final answer.
Yes.
You are correct.
Yeah. Yay. Because he was the first. That's my mentality.
I started to make it a 2-part question. I was like, no. But
what was the second part going to be? I'm curious.
And why?
And why? Okay, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I would like to hear that, but yeah.
The reason he hates Dick Grayson the most is because he feels like that's the one that makes Bruce the strongest, and also that's the one that he has not been able to traumatize.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's some sound reasoning, because Red Hood definitely was not that. Nah, he carried some extra baggage.
Yeah. I mean, Joker was ecstatic even when Jason came back. Like, oh shit! Like, this is
how
great.
You doing, bud?
Yeah, we need to get pictures. Me and you, me and the crowbar, you and
exactly. Like he was just having a picnic of it.
He was great. He was happy about that. Oh yeah,
I could watch that movie again right now, dude.
Oh yeah,
Dadgum.
Great flick. But all right, guys.
Anyways,
now it's time to get into the podcast episode, Most Useless Superheroes.
Yes, indeed. How do we want to do this? Because I know you and I prepared different types of material.
Yeah, we did. I think that you have like a lot more. So let's go ahead and do yours.
Let's do it for sure.
Yeah.
So a lot of mine, guys, is exactly what you would imagine when we come to this. A lot of the hiccups, the what the crap were they thinkings, a lot of the unknown, unsung heroes who deserve to be unsung. The let's just go ahead and go right into it. I got a list of a lot of them from both Marvel and DC. I'll probably just kind of dip into Marvel first here, and then DC, and really just have a ball of it,
right?
And call some shit out for what it is.
Yes,
quality shit.
Oh yeah.
All right. So first on my list here, and I especially put this first on my list for you, buddy, just for you, because I know you've read about this character before. Even recently, sometime in the more recent past, you've read about this character.
All right.
Hell Cow.
You say Hell Cow?
Hell Cow. Indeed. I
Tell us
lied
about-
though. This is not the one you've read about, I think. There's another one, but this is on the Marvel side. So I'll tell you about the DC side later on. Because yes, DC has their own Super Cow. But for Marvel side, this is Hell Cow. So his backstory is simple. And I'm pretty sure the cow is a he.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask.
The cow was bitten by Dracula.
Well, shit.
It is a vampire cow. And that's it. That's enough said. That's all there is to it.
A vampiric cow.
A vampiric cow. So it stands around and it pretends to eat grass and bites other cows, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So, like, what does this cow do? What does it? What does Hell Cow eat or drink or bite?
Other cows, maybe.
And then
calflings.
Do other cows become hell cows?
I really don't know. I'm not sure how the vampiric curse works with other species.
When hell cow is drinking water from like a pond or something, can hell cow see his reflection?
Probably not. I will say probably not to that one. Or, one I thought about on the way here. Can hell cow turn into a bat? Like old school vampires.
Yeah, what would he turn into?
Oh shit! Like a ugly ass bat with udders.
Oh shit! Ew.
I guess that would make Hell Cow a female cow.
That would,
a female Hell Cow. Hell female cow.
Hell heifer.
Yes, that would have been a cool ass name, but it's literally Hell Cow. No space in between.
Yeah.
One word.
That's a very bizarre. And you said Marvel made this one?
Yeah, that's a Marvel character.
This is really weird.
It is.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I mean, yeah. Like, who is Hell Cow's rogue gallery? Is Hell Cow a villain or a hero?
I'm not sure. They never specified. That's why I have it circled. Like, what the shit are you? What's your purpose in life?
All right, yeah. So listen, guys. If you're a vampire, we're gonna need you to not bite random farmyard animals.
I know, right? Dracula was desperate for shit when he bit a cow. He was just like, man, I am tired of fasting. I need me something dadgum right now.
Yeah.
Look at that cow foot over there. I'm gonna go bite that heifer.
I hope it was at least a grass-fed cow, not a corn-fed one.
You know, present-day Dracula would have to get used to corn syrup for how much we consume.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He
Just
would.
like, you taste like crap, but dadgum if I don't need it. All right. My next hero here is a little bit more detailed. We're going to talk about her for a hot second. It didn't specify whether she's a hero or villain, though I'm sure she is more villainous than heroic. Ruby Thursday. Not Tuesday.
Wait a goddamn minute. I was going to say, like the restaurant?
Nope. Unlike the Ruby Tuesday,
Okay, that's Ruby
or the
Tuesday.
restaurant's Ruby Tuesday, this is Ruby Thursday. So her imagery is like this. She's not as easy to describe as a cow that's bitten by a vampire. Thus, you can imagine like a cow with a vampiric cape or some bullshit. No, this character was more thought out. Slender figure, somewhat toned and muscular, short. Typical cliche like super heroic tights of her timeline and whatnot. I think she was like a 70s, 80s character. I can't remember, but
Ruby Thursday.
Well, you know.
I wonder if she came out before or after the restaurant, Ruby Tuesday.
No idea. Actually, no. Maybe before. I just remembered. I lied. She came out in the 40s.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. She has a purple cape and purple tights, and a little top or whatever the shit. The most distinguishing thing about this person is her head. It is a red sphere.
A red sphere.
And that is her actual head. It's not a mask. It's not a bucket. It's not piece of computer material. Her head is a computer.
Well, I understand now why she's called Ruby.
Exactly.
With the giant ass red head.
Thursday, I'm not sure why she's
Yeah.
called that. But, so her head shapeshifts into any shape she pleases. And she can control it like that.
Is this Marvel or DC?
This is Marvel again. I haven't hit DC yet. All these are going to be Marvel
Okay.
until I specify.
Was she made by Tony Stark?
I have no damn idea. Either way.
because he has a program named Friday, so I didn't know if this was.
I know,
who it
right?
is.
This is just
Yeah.
the prototype to Friday. No, but this is Ruby Thursday. She can take her head and shapeshift it into any form she wants it to be. She can take it into the appearance of a human. She can make it into weapons. She can make it into giant-sized common items, like giant-sized pairs of lips she's done in the past, giant-size, like a mirror type thing, microphone, anything you can think of, really. She kind of does it. Now, this is the reason I chose this character to be on my list, because I want you to imagine, sure, it's a useful power to be able to keep your body, but then change your face into the likeliness and the appearance of other faces. Sure, that's awesome. That's stupid cool. Especially if you can mentally control it adeptly. You're on point.
All right.
It's when you decide you have to actually get shit done and fight that it becomes comical. Because she has turned her head into a sword before. And I want you to imagine some chick flailing her neck around. Because it's a normal human neck, but the head is a sword blade. And she's just like flailing it around trying to fight shit.
That seems
Can she see? I don't know.
Right. That seems impractical.
It's super impractical. It becomes a sword, it becomes a gun. Actually, I'm not even done. She can also sprout multiple appendages. So all of a sudden she's got like a centipede of arms coming out of her head, or like an extra pair of legs, or whatever you want to imagine she can turn her head into.
Yeah.
It's really just like a magic 8-ball of, well, what do I need for this situation? I need 5 more arms. Okay, here I go.
Weird.
Yeah.
You know,
Also-
I feel like there's a time when hard work and creativity and desperation where they all meet at a crossroad.
Yeah.
And then instead of something great and glorious being born of it,
You get something weird.
you get monstrosities
Yeah.
like this.
And that's not all. She can actually launch her head from her torso and have it flying around where she and the separate body are still alive. They're still living separately. The reason she can do that is because her head is technically a computer. She is a computer mind. It can't be killed. And that's why her last power is a huge head scratcher, because she can literally explode her head into a very large, substantial bomb.
Shit.
Exactly. So that would level the playing field, but then she's apparently still alive after blowing up her ruby dome head. So, yeah. What am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
Like, what the shit is that?
No idea.
But yeah, no, that was just definitely one very, very strange, very creative, but like you defined so well earlier, a monstrosity of a character.
Right.
Bird Brain. That's another character on my list.
Bird Brain.
Bird Brain.
Tell
Kinda
me-
like, it looks a lot like if Big Bird got together with the Wile E. Coyote's Roadrunner bird. If they, for some reason, somehow got together and had a small little bird baby, this is what it would grow up to be. Especially if one of them, for some reason, was also human hybrid. Which I guess Big Bird is kinda.
Yeah,
And-
Big Bird is kind of a human hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
Because
For the sake of my
Big
metaphor.
Bird is like if an ostrich and Bigfoot had a baby,
But for some reason, it turned out to be yellow.
turned to be bright yellow. Yeah.
Maybe Bigfoot's yellow.
Yeah.
We'll say that. He's blonde. There it is.
There it is.
But no, Bird Brain is a hero by definition of morality, I suppose. But essentially, it's a human-bird hybrid. It is an ugly as shit creation. It has long, skinny legs, exactly identical to the Roadrunners. It has very purple and blue and cerulean feathers, and it's like this creepy human face that looks like it was smushed onto a bird's body type thing, and like it had normal human like and torso. Okay, excuse me. It had normal human shoulders and like a human torso, but all covered in feathers. And then like the arms were obviously wings. And the image I saw was her just kind of like standing there with a creepy ass bird human smile and like weird bird human eyes that were really big and perfectly round because they're bird eyes.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, with the arms just kind of like, I don't know, doing some weird bird shit.
The funky chicken.
The funky chicken.
Yep.
Yeah. The chicken dance. But, no, it escaped from Paradise Island, which, don't ask me about that. No idea.
Okay, well, I don't think I want to go to Paradise Island anymore.
No, me neither. But this creation was adopted by the New Mutants.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the character they're adding in.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh, I hope not. Oh, gosh, that's so bad. It better be comic relief.
In a horror movie, or horror-esque anyway.
Oh, man, that's... I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me read a few more of these Marvels real quick.
Oh, yeah, go
because
ahead.
I want to rip into some of those too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Last one I have circled, but then there's a few more on this list I want to talk about still. 3D Man.
3D Man.
3D Man. The name is stupider than the person.
Okay.
Yeah. His name is Chuck Chandler, which, you know, they loved alliteration
They
back
do.
in these
Oh,
days.
yeah, Peter Parker. I almost said Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. That one doesn't apply.
That one doesn't quite apply.
That one's actually a great name.
That was actually a really good name.
But Chuck Chandler, he was a military pilot fighter for the, you know, shooting shit up with a plane. And so I'm not sure how he became endowed with his powers. What I found couldn't specify it, but he is literally 3 times everything you'd imagine is his power set.
What?
So take an average, very fit human being, right? Someone who actually takes care of their body and who's very fit, very strong, very durable, and all these good qualities you'd want in a human being. Multiply them by 3.
Oh.
And that's what this person is. So 3 times as strong, 3 times as fast, 3 times as durable, 3 times faster reflexes, 3 times more enhanced senses of all kinds. So better hearing, better sight, better tasting, I suppose, better smelling. I mean, yeah.
So I'm guessing he can live 3 times as long as the average man?
Sure.
I mean, here's the thing. If you take like a normal fit guy who's in really good shape,
Yeah.
and you shoot him in the back of the head, excuse me, and if you shoot him in the back of the head, that fit person is dead.
Exactly.
So
No. Here's the thing. Oh, no. Ooh, following that logic.
Yeah.
So 3D Man, since he 3 times everything, if you shoot him in the back of the head, he is 3 times more likely to die.
that makes see, that's what I'm talking about. That makes sense. Yeah.
Which,
so,
you know, whatever in that case.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, so I guess he digests his food 3 times faster.
Yep.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's okay. I'd give that to him. Or, if you, give me a second. I gotta think of a good one now. Yeah. He is 3 times better at fighting, but he's also 3 times better at losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
whatever
he's 3
that
times
means.
better at everything. Like,
Yeah.
that's literally what they define him as. Like, that's his rule of thumb.
Right.
I'm 3 times better. Because he's 3D Man. Because, you know, that totally applies to being a triple of everything.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry, the third dimension does not define being 3 times everything.
Yeah.
Whatever. But
Tell me his arch nemesis is 4D Man.
I wish. Oh my gosh. You know, his arch nemesis is 2D Man. Curse you!
Right. Like old school Mario.
Exactly. Of course he'd be the the Italian plumber, yeah.
Okay, it says.
Okay, it says. Wow! That's actually how Luigi came to... no, not Luigi. Wario came to be. Yeah. Because he's just a pissed off Mario and said, you know what? Man, f- this. I'm going to get buffer. I'm going to get bigger. I'm going to get yellow clothes. I'm gonna come up in this.
Basically.
Yeah, and a motorcycle for some reason.
Yeah. Didn't know you had one of those.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was in something else. Anyways, let me go on here. What else I got? 2 more on Marvel side, then we'll jump over to DC and make fun of them for a minute. Asbestos Lady. It is exactly what it sounds like. So it is some lady. She was blonde, whatever, normal female figure. She often fought Jim Hammond, Human Torch.
The OG Human Torch.
Exactly, yeah. She and him often got in fights. And this lady was actually a formidable foe somehow, despite her characteristics and as lame as we would call them in our day and age. But no, she fought pretty confidently and pretty, I don't know, she was just kind of badass apparently as a villain, but her gimmick was this. She was a normal-ass lady who had a very dangerous suit. She built her suit to be asbestos. Oh, excuse me, asbestos. Again, let me just clarify that.
Yeah.
Yes, the cancerous, dangerous material.
Right.
Yeah. But this was her suit. And yeah, she made it directly from asbestos and fought superheroes with this. She was obviously a villain, and that was her gimmick. That's it. That's all I can. That was it. I think she had like a little gun type thing where she can like shoot it at people. You know, the asbestos. Like, here's some asbestos for you. You get sick, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
But here's the catch. Here's the ironic, darkly poetic, almost funny part about this all. She's no longer with us. They killed her off.
Oh, shit.
Can you guess how?
Don't tell me how she died.
It's funny, but it's not funny. She actually, her creation, her suit, again, asbestos, in case you couldn't hear that clearly, it gave her cancer. And she died.
Ah, damn.
From the suit. What do you know? Yeah. It's like a much stupider version of Lex Luthor getting sick from handling so much kryptonite. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Except in this case, you don't have anything as cool and formidable as kryptonite. You're dealing with something that's just deadly for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you can't blame... Well, you can blame Lex for a lot of things, but not for that.
Exactly.
But her, like... she had this coming. I mean,
exactly.
I almost feel like if she died any other way, then I would feel cheated.
Basically, like, if someone shot her, it'd be like, oh, well, that's lame.
Yeah.
Well, I guess she's lame, but what? No, in this case, it had to be this. It had to be, your suit made you sick, thus you die.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. And my last character from Marvel here. Excuse me, I have to practice this. Speaking of alliteration, Paste Pot Pete.
Paste Pot Pete.
Yep, you said it correctly. Paste Pot Pete. So he's a genius chemist, right? And he invented...
Of course he is.
I know, right? Of course. How many chemists do we know in this day and age of comics? But he's a stupid smart chemist, right? And he worked in some adhesive corrosion type factory, whatever, right? He developed this type of stuff. But he invented this really great, super controllable and awesome type of super adhesive fancy glue. And he immediately apparently decided, without any hesitation, to say, oh my gosh, it works! I'm gonna be a criminal now. And that was it. He can be seen in old images as a villain with a weird-ass looking gun, a tube on the bottom of the handle, right, leading into a bucket he carries around with his other hand, just filled with his glue. And he's Paste Pot Pete.
I mean, I feel like Paste Pot Pete, if someone had just given you a real gun, you could have been the exact same thing.
Exactly. But here's the best part. Apparently he actually stuck around for some time. They renamed him. He stuck around for so long. He gained the better name Trapster eventually. Because that makes sense. You could trap people with the glue. You know?
Okay, yeah.
Even then, it's like, so glue is your gimmick.
Right, but your stick is still the same.
You can be defeated by overly using your glue, and thus you have an empty bucket.
Right.
And thus you have no ammo. Like, okay. Or maybe if I just pull the tube out of your bucket, you're usually like, curses, I can't shoot my gun yet. Hold on, I gotta put my tube back in here correctly. And
are you sure you're a villain? Because you're going out of your way to be non-lethal.
That's true. Who knows? Maybe it was a poisonous gas if they
maybe so.
You know, I don't know. Yeah,
that's what I was like. Because you could do the exact same thing with a gun, except you permanently stop them.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah,
but okay. So let me go into my DC side of things here real quick, because I also want to rag on these other people. I got one or two on my DC list that are more popular that I want to rag on here.
Oh yeah.
The first and foremost one I want to mention on this list here. Give me a second to find him. There he is. So this is the one I'm sure you've read about recently. Not the Marvel one, the DC one. We're going back to the Cow superhero, of course. This one being none other than Bat-Cow.
I was gonna say Bat-Cow's the only one I know of. Yeah.
He wasn't a superhero technically, but he was Batman's cow.
He was Damian's cow.
He was a cow belonging to the Bat family, and it's like, no. The crazy thing is that he actually had a couple of adventures. Like he had a couple of things where he took some shit out apparently as a cow.
As a cow.
So
I think it's funny how he was drawn with like a almost a mask over his face.
Exactly, and it's like,
yeah.
Why the cows, people?
Yeah, you know, I have the comic where Damian adopts this cow and names him Bat-Cow.
Why does he get a cow?
Well, because he sees. I'm trying to remember. It's been so long since I've read it now. But essentially, he sees this cow. I think the cow's like in danger or whatnot. And he rescues the cow, and he's like, "How could anyone ever mistreat something? You know, a creature like this?" He goes, "I'm not gonna eat cows again, and we're gonna keep this cow." And I was like, "Damian's a vegan now. That gives me another reason to hate him."
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I love that. Speaking of hilarious, my next hero of choice.
Cow.
He gets in a fight with Hell Cow. But no, my next hero of choice here is actually possibly, debatably, one of my favorite on my list of DC crappy heroes. Have you ever heard of Six-Pack?
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, dude, you have to read about this guy. So he is a short, fat, out of shape drunkard. Six-Pack stands for a six-pack of beer. His costume is like a dirty and stained orange top that doesn't fit over his pot belly entirely, so he has a little bit of an exposed gut.
Yeah.
He's short. He has a stubbly little face with like a little hood cowl over and like a short orange cape that doesn't even go down all the way to his hips. Just stops mid-back. And so here's the thing. This guy thinks he is the shit. He thinks he is the world-breaking hero. He is like the mightiest, badassest, most intimidating person ever. Here's his thing, guys. Here's what he does. He drinks.
You don't say.
Every daggum fight he drinks. He drinks a ton. His quote-unquote superpower is he can drink copious loads of alcohol. Just tons of the shit. He can drink lots of it and still apparently be somewhat coherent. And as he's drinking and then gets in fights with criminals, in his mentality, in his mindset, he keeps having drunken dreams where he's just doing everything right. There's nothing wrong. No hindrance is too great for him to overcome in these drunken dreams. He's like knocking them out of their daylights. He's just punching the shit out of them. Like, Darkseid, who the hell is that? I don't care. Puts his face in the ground, and he's just like throwing all the supervillains aside and saving all the people, and everybody's like, oh, thank you, Six-Pack, and the women are all over him, and he's just the shit. When in reality, every other hero is seeing him trying to fight a villain with a broken beer bottle neck. Just like trying to like jab it into these villains like, yeah, in like a drunken stupor. And it's hilarious to think about. Just this fat, short, orange bastard.
It sounds like he's just a drunk guy.
Exactly. And here's the thing. In his crazy-ass drunken dreams, he's done amazing things. He's taken the ring from Green Lantern and used it better than him.
The what?
Know? Yes! He's done crazy shit. And it's like, this is a fascinating character. But, of course, you suck so much.
Yeah.
And it's like, he doesn't ever actually do anything well. He's just always there, and then other heroes are always there too, and like all of a sudden the situation's saved, he wakes up from his drunken stupor, he's actually somewhat coherent and, you know, coming off the alcohol a little bit, thus, oh, everything worked out well again, good, I did do it. And he's led to believe that it was his dream that did it. Like, yeah, I actually used the Green Lantern ring, who cares, that's no big deal, screw the Green Corps, you know. It's hilarious to think about.
Yeah.
And I could just imagine him with fighting Brainiac or some awesome huge villain in the DC universe with a freaking busted bottleneck beer bottle. Just like, yeah, I'm gonna get you. I'm the shit. We don't need Superman. I am Superman. And it's just like, you drunk bastard. Yeah. I love it so much. But yes, of course, he's a flop.
That's pretty hilarious.
What else did I get? What else was a good one? I know, right? Oh, that reminds me of a good one. Okay, give me a second. I'm reading some of my notes here, but I'm also referring to the numerous pages I found these heroes on. Okay, so there's one hero that I found a bit sexist, but also intriguing enough to mention in tonight's episode. Rainbow Girl. Have you ever heard of her?
Rainbow Girl? I have not.
Girl. No, she's not obsessed with Skittles. Her ability, I can't remember her real name. Oh, wait, no. Give me a second. I'm reading it now. It's somewhere in the paragraph. Dori Andrason. And her last name is spelled with two A's, Aandraison. So Andrason. I don't know how you overemphasize the double A there. It's like Aaron with Aaron.
Yeah.
Anyways,
just as pointless. Yeah.
So she's a metahuman, and she has this weird ass mystical power of emotion. She's a human mood ring. All she does is literally, she's angry, she turns red. She's hopeful, she turns blue. She has all these emotions, she turns the color associated with the emotion.
What? Didn't they make like a Pixar movie out of that?
I know. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, what was that movie? Amy Poehler?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What
was that called? Anyway,
yes.
Yeah.
We're so bad at that. But, She doesn't do much as an actual heroine.
Yeah, but she can't do much of anything.
No,
except change colors.
She does have one redeeming aspect about her, but even that is like debatable in a fight. It's like, what's your purpose? She can surround herself in a quote rainbow-like pheromone to where she's irresistible by everybody. She can make herself the most attractive person that everybody wants to be with. She can literally turn on this rainbow pheromone, and guys and girls alike are just like, oh my gosh, please be my friend. Please be with me. Please, I love you so much. Yeah.
Well, Spider-Woman can do the same thing.
Exactly.
She's way cooler.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So, yeah, there's that. It's just kind of like whatever. And then there's one I remember reading from our book of regrettable superheroes, but I'm going to mention her here tonight as well. Well, correction, this character here tonight as well. I'm talking about Madame Fatale. Do you remember this character? I think we discussed it, not on the podcast, but maybe beforehand, whenever we were joking about the book.
I don't think I remember her.
Technically, my friend, I'll have to correct you in a second, and you'll hear why.
No, this is the cross-dresser.
Yeah, you do remember.
This is on the podcast. This is like the second episode, maybe.
Yeah. Wow, good memory. Good man. So, Madame Fatale got her start in a different comic series, technically, before DC. This is one called Quality Comics. This is from the 40s, and DC bought this company out sometime after the 40s. It was like later mid-50s or whatever. Sure. I don't know. I don't care. The point is, Madame Fatale was a crime-fighting persona made from the actor Richard Stanton. So Madame Fatale is a Richard Stanton. Yes, the she hero is a he dude.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's
just
not,
clarifying.
It's not one of those cases where he feels like he's a woman or a woman trapped in a man's body. This is just a guy who
loves acting.
Who loves acting and who I guess likes to
decided that this was the character needed for
the element of surprise. I don't know.
Sure.
Like, is it ever really expounded upon as to why?
No. He's just a dude in peak physical condition. He has great fighting sensibility, and he's talented and skilled in all this manner. And he decides that the best way to do this is, well, it says here a little bit that he does love the elements of surprise. So dressing as an elderly lady does, of course, come as a big ass surprise to anybody who's like a purse snatcher, I'm sure, or whatever.
Yeah.
But
in the Dark Knight Returns, of course, the classic graphic novel written by Frank Miller, there's a section in there where I think that there's these, I'm trying to remember, but anyway, there's a section in there where Batman is disguised as this fat old woman.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
But he quickly makes up for it by beating the shit out of Superman.
I mean, later on.
Later on, yeah. But it's like, yeah, that's right. He did do that.
Yeah. Yep.
My last DC hero that I'm going to get to on my list before we tackle your list is one more popular. People make fun of this hero, per se, a lot, actually. You'll find it in most common media, maybe even in some TV shows where they just kind of make fun of it. Does anyone else remember in old school cartoons or in satirical television series, the Wonder Twins? That's my last DC ones. Kind of leading into your list, I'm sure. Because this was a more popular hero. Like, this
Heroes.
Heroes, technically, thank you, yeah. That's why I dropped the per se earlier. Because I hate that word. No, so if you don't remember the Wonder Twins, keep scratching your brain. I'm going to help you out. The Wonder Twins were Jenna and Zan from some other planet. Yeah.
They were aliens.
A dude and a girl. They were aliens. They had a purple skin-tight suit with like a black weird-ass collar.
They had a monkey too, didn't they? They had a pet monkey.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I remember that. The aforementioned monkey's not here, though, in what I found about this character set. But what I didn't remember, I always remembered the joke about shape into a shark, shape into a bucket of water, or some shit like that.
Right.
I never remembered more details behind it beside that. But now it makes more sense, and this is why they're flops. This is why they're like, what the hell is your point? You're useless. One can transform into any animal, that person being the female, Jana. While the other, Zan, the brother, he's a hydrokinetic.
Yeah.
Which means he can transform into anything.
Shape of water, any type,
So gas, frozen ice, water, he can transform into that, but it's like, okay, as cool as that sounds, even though you have to be with your sister to do that, what the hell good does that do?
Right.
Like, I'm scratching my chin here, literally thinking, like, what situation, maybe you can, like, drown and thus make a villain pass out by becoming a gas floating to his head and then just, like,
you have to get super creative to make him useful.
Yeah, besides being a damn bucket of water.
Right.
Like, okay. Yeah. And then can you become the bucket or no? Do you have to be like only the water in a bucket shape and then spill? And then your sister's just like left hanging because she transformed into a shark and she's like flopping around, and then all of a sudden it's just like, well, shit, you left me hanging, bruh. I mean, I can't breathe. I'm a damn shark. I mean, in retrospect, she can turn to other shit too. Like, she can turn to a tiger.
Yeah, she can turn to a tiger.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, that's kind of cool, actually.
Right.
But then your brother turned into a watery fart.
And the watery farts are the worst ones. We all know that.
Exactly. Yeah. Or a patch of ice in hopes that the villain's just dumb enough to whoops and slip or something. I guess.
And what happens if someone steps on you and you're a bunch of ice? Like,
yeah. Or what happens?
I mean, like when you crunch and crack, and what happens to the body?
I mean, I guess in that case, no, because that's just what he does. I mean, he's a hydrokinetic, so he can kind of control it still, So he's like, oh, okay, now I'm here. Oh, you're trying to crack it? Nope, I just made it stronger. I mean, let's give him something. Come on.
I mean, I don't know if I can.
That's true. You're a twin who came to Earth and said, man, I can control your water. Hooray! Oh, this is kind of lame.
Right.
Like Aquaman comes out and does your same gimmick, but better.
Better.
And it's like, man, please.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah. But no, that was a few of my list of people here. There are some others I could definitely mention, but I do also want to get into your list here, because I know that's going to be more of like a hardcore discussion. These were the fun gimmicks and the hiccups and the what the hell characters.
Yeah. Those were also really fun, though. Really good.
Ruby Thursday.
Ruby Thursday.
I'm going to fight you with my sword neck.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Good shit, my friend. All right. So, yeah, my list is I don't have as many people. But it is a little bit different in nature. So, like the thing of it is that I don't know how many superheroes there are that have been created so far, but there's a shitload.
Yeah, thousands.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, and not all of them hit. Some of them just flounder, as we've discussed already with yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so now with mine, I do have some on here that are quite interesting. And so I guess we'll just go ahead and get into it here. Just like I said, you may, like some of you homies listening, I'm sure you've heard of some of these characters. And I'm sure that you like a lot of these characters. But
I cannot wait to see who we're gonna rip into.
I mean, hey, here's the thing, guys. Before I even start here, I like a lot of these characters on this list.
Okay,
I'm like,
I might too. We'll see. Yeah.
And I will go ahead and say this this eerie tidbit here. The first character that I have written down in my list, I will save for last, because this character in particular, I cannot stand and hate everything about. So
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck is useless. I didn't even bother to put him on.
That's how useless he is.
Number one on my list is Plastic Man. Patrick O'Brien, Plastic Man. Of course, he has the powers of elasticity and plasticity, shape shifting. He's actually immune to telepathy, which is weird. Yeah, I guess because he has no brain, because he's that fucking stupid.
I did not expect that, but you just literally threw him against the wall, like the rubber he is.
Yep.
Yeah. Shit.
So the thing about Plastic Man is like, if we never had Reed Richards, or if we never had Elongated Man, then maybe you would be more useful. Maybe you would serve a bigger purpose. But they do exist, therefore you don't.
Yeah, that's true.
Not only is Plastic Man irrelevant in the terms of his skill set as a whole, with him being able to stretch, and the things we've seen, like I said, Elongated Man and Mr. Fantastic do, but he doesn't have their brain, and he doesn't have their repertoire. He doesn't have their resume. He's not this extremely intelligent person. He's a pervert. He's a straight up pervert. Wonder Woman refuses to work with him. There was an incident between these two where,
quote unquote, incident.
Yeah, where he shapeshifted into a chair in Wonder Woman's room, and tried to just trying to to get a peep, see what's happening there. Fortunately, Wonder Woman didn't kill him, which I say fortunately, but maybe she should have. And then a similar thing happened again with Big Barda. He snuck into her room, was watching her. Like he tried to shapeshift into a dress for her to put on.
Damn.
Yeah. So the guy's a creepy perv, and the power she has. So it's like this: if I'm the Justice League, I'm like, okay, guys. I mean, we need someone who can kind of shapeshift, who's really flexible. I mean, guys, like we can get Plastic Man. No Plastic Man.
I know, right? Yeah.
So let's go ahead and call up Elongated Man and get this shit.
I mean, isn't there also a Justice League of Substitutes?
I mean,
I'm pretty sure that was an existing thing in the comics.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's kind of like the B team, sort of. Yeah.
Excuse me. Ooh.
Like the reserves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like put Plastic Man on that.
Yeah. I guess.
Get rid of him.
Right.
Yeah. Because your mentality is a sound one. You get one elongated man who's better.
Yeah.
Who's not a problem like a pervy bastard. Mm-hmm. So,
right.
Why have a repeat?
Yeah, and exactly. Yeah. And the thing of it is that Plastic Man, he's well enough to be known, but he is still irrelevant to the point where we don't see him in video games.
True.
I don't really read about him anymore. Not anything super current.
He's too busy trying to be a chair in some girl locker room.
Yeah. Essentially so. So Patrick O'Brien, you are not worthy to be a useful superhero. You have failed. So Plastic Man was number 1 on my list. Number 2 on my list is Roy Harper, aka Speedy, aka Red Arrow.
Okay.
So Red Arrow, of course. I know a lot of you guys are now thinking, especially you guys, if you watch the TV show, thinking,
yeah, I was about to say, that's
really Red Arrow. Yeah. So the thing about Red Arrow here is that he is the kid sidekick of Green Arrow, and but the same kind of principles kind of apply here as with Plastic Man. So with Green Arrow, as far as DC is concerned, we have the world's best archer. Okay, the world's best marksman, world's best aimsman. Like there's no one better than
right.
Oliver Queen.
Sensible.
Yeah, and so now we have you.
Like not even the second best, probably, but
I mean,
a good and talented archer.
Yeah, like you're good enough, Roy.
You still sometimes miss. Thus, Green Arrow has to pick up your slack.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like you have skills for certain, and you are pretty good at what you do. But the thing of it is, though, is that you can't ignore your irrelevancy. Case in point, if we even go to Teen Titans or Young Justice, we look at the group of young heroes there, and it can be argued that, well, if those heroes aren't irrelevant, then neither is Roy, seeing that these other young pupils, study under their masters, such as Robin and Batman. The difference is that these other young heroes go on to do and be different things.
Right. You,
however, Roy, do not go on to be much of anything.
I like how you like talking to Roy, like he's listening right now. Like, you're a piece of shit, Roy. Some fan out there named Roy is just like, oh.
And to top it all off, as to why you are just useless, Roy, is back in the 70s, you were hooked on heroin. Don't think we forgot about that.
Damn.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you. Now, maybe this can steer your mind, or maybe you're going to steer my mind. We'll see.
Yeah.
What if, and heaven knows DC does this a number of times, what if for some reason Oliver Queen was killed off again, and we needed a step-in?
A step-in Green Arrow?
Yeah. Like, can Red change his shade to green? And would that be an acceptable reason to keep a Red Arrow-esque character around who is clean and not in use of some dirty needles or something? Yeah.
And in that case, yeah, I'm sure he would be.
Right. Okay. So I guess in this case, Red Arrow is just the old and probably not really useful anymore spare tire that's been sitting in the back of the trunk next to the clothes you forgot to take out and the, you know.
Yeah.
And the random shit you never took out from when you moved into your own pad. Yeah.
Right. And guys, I know I'm just tearing into poor Roy here, but here's the thing: I am a fan. It's just.
I was about to say, I know you watched the CW show. Yeah.
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah. I mean, and just from the comics, even like just from seeing his role and in the other groups in DC.
Yeah.
But yeah. Next up on my list is Jubilee.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Please do go into that because she seems kind of fun to me. I mean,
what can she do, Kevin? What can she do?
She does little fireworks light shows.
Yep.
Yeah. And she's a friend to Wolverine.
Okay.
Wolverine was kind of like another father figure type because, he did that a lot.
Right, yeah.
A lot of people looked up to him. That's about it. That's all. And she had a cool ass yellow coat.
Kevin, what your description now is like people asking me, okay, Q, what are your qualifications to protect the Prime Minister? And my response would be like, I go to the gym, and one time I met Elodie Young, and
that's true. We did meet Elodie Young.
Yeah,
she's amazing, by the way.
Like that does not help me out here.
Wait. You also met Charlie Cox, though. That could also help.
So saying that her affiliation with Wolverine does not help her case at all.
This is true. No, it doesn't. It's just a cool detail, I suppose. But so what else is useless about this character? Like what? I mean, are the fireworks that useless? What's going on?
I mean, yeah, they really are. Like, unless I have epilepsy, you're really not going to do me any good. I mean, so yeah, they're just firework light shows, but actual fireworks, I think, would do more damage to me.
So wait, they don't react like actual fireworks? They don't actually explode in faces or something? Or
I mean, yes and no. They don't explode with enough force to do any damage.
So they're more like distractions.
Right.
So, hot Roman candles in your face.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah, so, Jubilee, like, even in the comics, Jube, you've kind of been replaced by Kitty Pryde as far as like, adorable sidekick who's been adopted by Wolverine.
Damn.
And then it was to the point that even, I think on M Day, you lost your powers. No one really noticed. And then you became a vampire.
What?
No one really, yeah, she's a vampire now.
What the
at least
shit?
The last thing I read, she was a vampire. Yeah.
She was bitten by Hell Cow.
She got bit by Hell Cow.
Hell Cow came up on that and said, "Ha! You don't have my one weakness anymore. I had epilepsy." It all comes
back together. Yeah. So I mean, ultimately, like pre-vampiric Jubilee, I mean, like your powers, they're not offensive and they're barely defensive. So.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess in comparison to the power sets of like Kitty Pryde, Wolverine, even, and any other competent X-Men for that matter.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Right.
I mean, you need a distraction, get a freaking frozen ice wall.
Right.
Or,
Yeah, so here's the thing, guys. I want to go ahead and say this now. The X-Men, they're my favorite Marvel team. However, I will be visiting them again later. Okay, so just put a note in that.
That just prepping them, telling them put that seatbelt on. Yep. We are gonna get in a wreck today.
Oh wait, shit, we're there again. Okay.
Oh, they didn't have enough time to put the seatbelt on, man. We're still backing out of the driveway.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a brief break from me shitting on these otherwise popular characters and talk about one who's not so popular at all.
Oh, okay.
One that we can all laugh and agree that he's just useless.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This character is Beak. If you don't remember Beak, that is good for you. Beak had his, Beak. Beak had his run in his heyday. I think back when was it Grant Morrison that was writing? I think it was for X-Men in like the early 2000s. Grant, he was really hell bent on making like the X-Men. I guess more grounded in the sense that he wanted to have mutants that didn't particularly have useful powers, just mutations. You know what I mean? Just like, for example, he wanted to like make the world, I guess, more evolved and more
make it look actual mutated and not just
superpower.
Super
Yeah.
Which is a creative idea,
right? But the way he goes about it, it doesn't always land well. And Beak is a great example. His real name is Barnell Bohusk.
Of course.
Yep. You heard that right, Barnell Bohusk. I have here in my notes, he's extremely ugly. That's the very first thing.
All right, now I'm curious.
Yeah, he's like a humanoid bird creature. He has the face of a bird. He has a face that like not even a mother could love. He's got like a huge beak, big bulging eyes. He's got like talon hands with feather.
I read a comic with him in it before. Yeah, I have it somewhere. It was an issue where the Juggernaut was like on the team temporarily, but he was like scheming to backstab him. Yeah. Let me pull up some images of this bastard. Let me look at this guy more closely. Yeah, he is atrocious. In every rendition of him, he's just ugly as shit.
Yeah.
Like,
and here's the thing. He is as useless as he is ugly.
I see he tried to copy Zorn's mask and try to like wear that for a second.
Yeah, so here's the thing. After M Day, he also lost his powers.
Oh, cool.
And therefore he was no longer this hideous ass creature.
Yeah, he just became,
and he got a suit. And this suit made him more useful than he ever was without it. But you know, the suit was a bad attempt to make him relatable or to make him likable. It failed because it's just a generic suit that gives him flight, super strength, energy blast, durability, just the regular run of the mill shit. I mean, like, it's gonna take more than that for Beak to be a likable character. But going back to Beak, pre M Day, pre House of M, and all that. Yeah, Beak, he, as ugly as he is, you know, Beak got laid and had kids.
Yeah, no, I saw a picture of that too. Like he has like a little wife that he
his
birds all over.
Yeah, his wife was Angel, not Warren Worthington.
Right. Yeah,
it was a different character named Angel. Yeah.
Angel Salvador.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly. There you go.
As a matter of fact, I think that.
She has butterfly wings.
Yeah.
Oh my
she
gosh.
she was in first class.
Oh my gosh.
She was played by Zoe Kravitz, I think. But anyways.
Sorry, Zoe. Your future does not look great.
Yeah. But anyways, Beak, like, I'm sorry, bro, but if we never see your character again, then it'll probably be for the better for us. So for that, Beak,
I'm sure the people who are huge
useless.
X-Men fans out there are also saying, you know what? We agree with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And, you know, guys, I'm starting to feel bad because, you know I just said that the X-Men is my favorite Marvel team, and they are.
Oh, dadgummit.
We're going to be here just a while longer, guys. So I'm going to need you to strap in and bear with me here, okay?
All right.
Next up is Angel. And by Angel, I do mean Warren Worthington III.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He's useless.
And we're only talking about the Angel version of him, not the
not Archangel.
Okay.
Yeah, not Archangel.
Cool.
Yep. So of course he has giant feather wings in flight, and of course he has almost hollow-esque bones that allows him to fly so well. He also has like a exaggerated metabolism and all that. So here's the thing about Angel is that he's like over the years, even though he's a founding member of the X-Men, over the years they've made various changes to him to make him more, I guess, cool. But none of these things last. None of these things make him that cool. The only thing they did that made him cool was the complete overhaul and reconstruction of his character, which was Archangel.
Yep.
But Warren Worthington himself is just impractical. I mean, you can fly, but only with the assistance of those big ass feathered wings you have.
And then one thing I was going to ask to continue that, is there anything else he can do in that form? Because Archangel, he had some cool ass shit, but What about this?
No.
Okay, just making sure because I wasn't aware of anything, but
Right.
okay.
No.
So
No, see, I
never
think
mind.
like over the years they tried to say that his blood actually heals people. They've done things like he's actually stronger than what he was before. It's like another mutation. I mean they've tried various things here to make him a good character, a better character, and Angel is one that I like because I do like his personality, and I do like I do like Warren Worthington. I just do not think that he is that useful.
Okay, that's cool. Quick question here. Let's take that character and ask about the present with him. Doesn't the present version in the comics now? Does he? He basically is the same power set, but he has like different kinds of wings altogether. Like instead now he has like these almost laser energy based wings where he kind of like grows them, and they're not feathered actual like body wings anymore. They're let me turn my wings on, and all of a sudden it's like and these like angelic looking technology based wings come out or something crazy like that.
They could, but I haven't read anything current on Angel.
I don't know. You know what? Give me a second.
I think he's in like X-Men. Was he X-Men Blue or Gold? He's in one of those, I think. But I haven't read anything current on Angel.
Yeah, let me look this guy up real quick. Let me see what we got here. Because I know I've seen it somewhere. Most of it's just the old school stuff I'm finding. Him in the video game, even Lego game. Metallic Archangel wings, awesome. Why are you up here? You're not the one I typed in. Again, you're not supposed to be here. Oh, wait. Yeah, right there. I knew I've seen it somewhere. I don't know, that looks weird. That looks like something from Overwatch.
It does, yeah.
That doesn't look good. I mean, it's an attempt at making them cooler.
Yeah.
Maybe trying to steal the Overwatch idea. Cough, cough, cough. I don't know what came first, so, maybe Overwatch stole that.
Right.
But it's like...
to me, I think it's almost too little too late.
Right.
Yeah.
Besides, that doesn't give them extra powers. Like, now I can shoot my feathers at you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
I'm going to give an honorable mention before I get on to my last one here.
Okay. What's up?
So the honorable mention that I have is Stone Boy.
Okay, what the hell?
Yep.
I don't even know this one. Which side is he from? Marvel, DC?
I believe he's Marvel. Yep. Stone Boy has the ability to turn himself into solid stone.
He was in First Class, wasn't he?
No,
that wasn't him?
No.
Okay.
The thing of it is that when he transforms, he cannot move. He's stuck there.
That is hilarious. He's just like, no, you will not get past me. Well, let me push this idiot over.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I think this was...
I guess if you're fighting a bunch of idiots, you're good. I put up an image here, guys, of Stone Boy old school, who's got like this basic crew cut, youngster cut, with like this yellow tight jumpsuit that goes up to his neckline, kind of like wears like a crew neck or something. Little utility belt for whatever the hell it is. And he just turned to stone with his arms crossed, standing straight, and a bunch of idiot-looking minions that look like they're wannabe Groots that had sex with ghouls or something, all swinging like little sticks and canes on them, and he's just standing there taking it because he's a rock, and they're not smart enough to push him over.
Yeah, I mean, so is there anything else that I have to say about Stone Boy? I mean, he's just pretty useless. Like, if I need like a lawn ornament, then I'm gonna call Stone Boy.
I mean, is Colossus busy? You know,
right?
Yeah,
exactly. Oh shit. But yeah, that's Stone Boy. So the last person on my list.
Good honorable mention.
Thank you. So the last person on my list, and the number one character. Not only do I find this character useless, but I also cannot stand this character. And of course, I'm talking about none other than Squirrel Girl.
Oh my gosh, I was hoping we were going to bring her up tonight. She came up in my research too, and I was just kind of like, I want to rag on this character so hard. Yes, I despise everything about her. Please start us off.
Okay, with pleasure. So Doreen Green is her real name.
Oh my gosh, I hate her name. Just because it's her name.
Right. So here's the thing. Looking at her skill set, she seems pretty decent. So there's superhuman strength. She can lift anywhere between 800 pounds to 25 tons, which what the shit, guys? That's a huge gap.
Yeah, that's not even cool.
Right. She can leap several stories. She has small claws on each finger and toes that helps her for climbing. She has a prehensile tail. She can communicate with squirrels. She has some kind of healing factor. Now, with all that being said, Squirrel Girl has got to be one of the dumbest creations of Marvel. Not only is she this ridiculously dumb character, but the thing I hate about her the most is the way that she's been written, because in a ploy to make her more likable, to make her more accepting, they have written this character to beat several powerful foes.
Yeah, that's the thing I hate the most.
Yeah, she's outsmarted Galactus by befriending him. She's beaten Doctor Doom like twice. She's beaten Thanos, Deadpool, Wolverine, and then she has sex with Wolverine. There's so much about this character that is just reprehensible. She's just bad. She's bad. Not only is she bad, but here's the thing. She's also useless. Let me tell you why. If I am like a Charles Xavier or a Nick Fury or whoever, and I'm putting together a team of superheroes, and I only have 5 slots, if I put together 5 different teams, Squirrel Girl would not make any of those teams. Like, she just won't. You all right there, buddy?
No. I'm not ready yet.
You're not ready for a role where Squirrel Girl beats Wolverine and then sleeps with him? You're not ready for that?
That's some bullshit, damn it. No, that's not true.
Not
Your
only
sources were lies.
Not only did that happen, but that's probably statutory rape. Who knows?
Wait, on her part screwing over Wolverine?
No. Statutory rape. Wolverine.
What's the details here? How old is she? Like,
I don't know, but I mean, that's the thing. She looks like she could be a teenager.
All right, give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Squirrel Girl Marvel Wiki, because I don't believe that. Damn it, it can't be true. Oh, that's so stupid. I hate. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. This is stupid. She wanted to become Iron Man's partner, okay. And then she defeated Doctor Doom single-handedly, apparently. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, it's all a load of bullshit with this character.
It is. Like, these are the things I knew about, where it's like, okay, you're full of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's not very many redeemable qualities about this character that makes me even want to root for her. It's almost like they want her to have the organic popularity of Deadpool, but they don't know how to get there. And so instead, they do all this nonsensical bullshit to try to make this character get over. But in doing so, they fail. They failed miserably. Yeah. So Squirrel Girl, because of, listen, if I need someone who has super strength on my team, I need to know if you can only lift 800 pounds or 25 tons. That's a big difference. I need to know what you can do.
I know, right?
I need to, what's that?
What? Right there.
Oh, shit, there it is. Yeah, about Wolverine
yes.
possibly committing statutory rape. Yeah. So, guys, if you're a Squirrel Girl fan out there, for one thing, don't be.
Exactly.
And number 2, if you are, then, don't expect us to ever say anything good about that character. Ever. So, Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Squirrel Girl, she's about useless. I don't need a squirrel on my team. I need someone with actual credentials and badass powers.
Exactly. Yeah, not this.
Mm-hmm. Not a prehensile tail that she stuffs down her pants to make her butt look bigger. No.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I need an actual superhero. Okay. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for my list here. Anything else you got, Kevin?
I'm really disappointed. This was supposed to be really fun, but now I'm just heartbroken. And I had a lot of fun too tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I'm just a little sad. I need a drink, and I need something. I
know, buddy.
I mean, other than that depressing little bit of news, I'm super upset my boy Wolverine, this fictional hero. I'm just like, no, you shouldn't have done that, buddy. I digress though. Either way, there's a lot of shitty heroes out there, and guys, I invite you all, please, if there's one that you especially think is funny, we love laughing, send us a link to it, or tell us about it in the comments on the Facebook page or something,
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to learn more about the shittiest heroes we can find. Do we want to read about one more tonight? We didn't plan that out. Do we? I can read one more for the Regrettable Superheroes book. We haven't done it in some time.
That's true. I feel like it'd be a little redundant, though, also.
It would be super redundant at this point. We'll do it next week, if we remember.
Yeah. But, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and close up shop here. Of course, this coming Wednesday, we're going to be wrapping up Phase 2 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe by covering Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And we'll also keep you guys posted as to what we do next Sunday. But of course, guys, if you have any questions, comments, gifts, threats, food supplies, or cool gadgets, then hit us up at superherohomies@gmail.com or the Facebook page, Superhero Homies. Also, if you guys like what you hear, and I know you do, then please...
we're not cocky or anything.
Then please hit that subscribe button. That really helps us out a lot. And also leave us some feedback on iTunes as well. That also helps us out, as well as a review as well. But all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and close it up here for today. But we thank you. My name is Quentin.
I'm Kevin.
See you next time.